Let's see the issues making headlines on the continent, starting with Le Pays. The Burkina Faso news journal is interested in the political situation in Liberia after the decision to suspend the second round of the presidential election for a review of motion to annul for fraud. The journal states that the request was introduced by Charles Bruskin, who came in third at the first round held last October 10. The country is concerned about the situation and hoping the Supreme Court will live up to stakes in order to decide in an impartial manner without giving into any pressure, come what may, especially since Charles Bruskin is not the only one complaining. Even the ruling party, whose candidate came in second position, denounced it, saying in a communiqué that it's systematic and large-scale fraud. Let's not forget that Liberia comes from far right, the author of the article. Civil war, among other atrocious issues which tore the country apart long ago. This is why violence must be avoided at all costs.
Il faut à tout prix éviter que les démons de la violence envahissent à nouveau le pays pour quelque raison que ce soit, conclut le journal. Et puis, vous l'avez entendu,
South Sudanese President Salva Kiir on Thursday accused Sudan of being a source of weapon fueling the brutal civil war in the country. The East African states that the South Sudanese president issued these accusations while meeting with his counterpart Omar al-Bashir in Khartoum. If there is someone who can accuse the other, it would be me who can accuse Sudan, Kiir said at a joint press conference with the Sudanese president. The paper goes on to explain that this is not the first time that the Sudanese head of state has declared that the authorities are financing rebels in the region, especially in the Kordofan and Blue Nile. They later also reiterated that the fact that the rival and the ex-vice president Machar was supported by Obama.
Et puis pour terminer, un regard sur le
Finally, a look at the New Times in Rwanda. The journal reports on the progress of the East African Community Integration Program from the period of July 2016 to June 2017, an issue which will be on the agenda of a meeting of ministers responsible for business and planning of the area in Arusha, in Tanzania today. The protocol establishing the common market in the EAC entered into force on July 1, 2010 after the ratification by 5 partner states, namely Burundi, Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania, and Uganda. This protocol provides 4 flagship measures: the free movement of goods, power, services, capital, which would stimulate trade and investment in the region,
ainsi que rendre la région plus productive et plus prospère.